Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Chevalier, where we are here to help men and women find happy, healthy, and long-term relationships. And like always, it doesn't matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Puerto Rican, South American, Australia might, or even the penguins and Antarctica, because even in the summertime, it gets cold when you're lonely. And one of the most important inspirational aspects of Chevalier is doing just that. Giving you guys the key focus of what it takes to find what you're looking for. And for the next few weeks, maybe for the summer of love, I want to focus on helping women find happy, healthy, and long-term relationships. Because the number one thing that I hear from women is not knowing how they should go about finding a good man and not knowing what they should look for in a good man. And that's why I focus on the 4 key aspects of finding a good man: discipline, integrity, morals, and ethics. I always start with the first, discipline. How do you know a man is disciplined enough for a happy, healthy, and long-term relationship? Well, number one, a man who's disciplined is a man who cares about the way he carries himself. It's almost like, I don't know if you've seen the Denzel Washington movie Equalizer, and you see how pristine he was. Men who are disciplined are very clean people, clean cut people. They care about the way their pants are aligned. They care about the way their hair is cut. They care about the way their face is, trimmed up, and how they go about grooming themselves. They care about the way they smell. They care about the shoes they wear. Men who are generally disciplined are men that take pride in the way they dress, the way they smell, and the way they present themselves to any and everybody who comes around them. See, a man who's disciplined cares about his image, because a man who's disciplined understands that his image is the weight of what people think of him. Also, a man who's disciplined is a man who has an organized and ordered life. So in other words, if you were to go over his house, you shouldn't expect anything less than a pristine showing. These are the people's houses you go to and you step in, and that scent of beautiful flowers, of jasmine, perfume, whatever it is, it just, that Febreze or Air Fresh, the aroma just appeals to you. The place where they look so nice that you know in your mind you're going to have to take them shoes off. You know it. Carpet is so white, it's as pure as snow. The place is so clean, it looks like one of those showroom apartments or condos or houses that you go through on opening day. Because a man who is disciplined cares about his environment. And just like he takes pride in the way he carries himself, he takes pride in the appearance of the place where he lives. And not just because he wants to put on a show, but because he wants to show you how organized he is. Because that's the next key. A man who's disciplined is a man who's organized. And that's why cleanliness and organization go together with success. Because men who are disciplined understand that in order to be successful, I need to be organized in a manner in which I can think, in which I can be at peace, in which I can rest. And 9 times out of 10, most people feel at peace, best rest, and in a mindful state of thinking in a clean environment. So a disciplined man is somebody that's going to know, that's going to understand that if he carries himself a certain way, if he organizes himself in a certain way, and most importantly, if he lives in a certain type of way, that more than likely he will have enough traits to venture him to the next aspect, which is integrity. But more importantly, a man who's disciplined has a job, a career, or stable legal employment. So you can't be disciplined and be unemployed. Now, if you're laid off or you're trying to get back on your feet, though, that's different. But 90% of men who are disciplined are men who understand the value of having employment, having a career, a job, and a way to take care of his loved ones, his family, and his woman. As always, till the next time, peace. We are gone.